Yo, it's Brent from Get Back to Golf with my partner in crime.
Slam Master Golf.
All right,
Let's go.
we're episode 9. Can you believe it? 9
That's
episodes.
crazy. 9 episodes.
Now, did we have an 8, or is this we going in chronological order? Because we had a little bit of a mishap because we tried to have a guest on.
This would be 10, but we did have a mishap, which is why we missed you out.
Yeah.
We've had a little bit of a delay here. We've been trying to figure out why we can't have guests on. Sucks.
Yeah, it was basically just us smashing our heads against because we had a good solid 35 minutes of an awesome podcast, and it's never gonna see the light of day. So, but on to and upwards. Happy Memorial Day weekend. I see everybody's heading down to Jersey Shore, and Jersey Shore. I'm sure everybody's going to Lake Michigan and the Poconos and all the other places where people go to do fun stuff. But not us. Not us. We're here to entertain you.
Exactly. We're here to provide you entertainment. So while you're sitting on the beach listening to your favorite podcast, it's us, the Get Back to Golf podcast.
And you know
what? We're here in your ear, providing you entertainment, giving you the best weekend you could ever have.
And there you go. Like you said, you're sitting on the beach, and you know what they always say? The beach is gonna get yous. Speaking of beaches, we're going to talk about celebrity golf. Why don't you kick it off for us, Colin?
Celebrity golf. Oh, I mean, just think off the top of your head. How many celebrities are into golf? There are so many celebrities into golf. The top ones that come off of my head are Charles Barkley, Aaron Rodgers. Who else? Josh Allen. Allen's a big one. He missed out on the Pro Bowl. He said, F the Pro Bowl. I'm going to play golf.
I would too.
That's what he did.
I would too. Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning.
We can't forget one of the best golfers that's out there right now, Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Is he really?
He's really good. And he's still got the nice flow going. You know, the whatever I don't want to. They're not dreadlocks, are they? I don't know, whatever it is. It looks great on him. And he's a beast when it comes to golf. You got Steph Curry.
Yeah. Jim Nance, Michael Jordan, who we've talked about on the show. Michael Jordan.
Yep, and you sent me that hilarious clip of him hitting out of the water and then falling backwards.
He falls back into the water. That was awesome.
Why would you do that? If I'm out having a good time, well, you know why he had to do that? Because he was probably playing for money. You know, if I'm out there having a good time and I have that lie, I'm just kicking it out of that lie. And if you had that lie, I wouldn't make you hit out of that lie. I wouldn't have Grandpa hit out of that lie. I'd make your dad hit out of that lie, though. That would be funny. That was a miserable lie. But yeah, Tony Romo comes to mind too as one of the more elite golfers. I mean, I think he actually, I don't know 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive he qualified for the Korn Ferry Tour, and he said no.
Who was this?
Tony Romo.
Tony Romo, really?
Yeah, I think he qualified for the Korn Ferry Tour. But he'd probably actually lose money because he's on TV with Jim Nance, doing and those two, hands down, those two guys.
Jim Nance is another one.
Jim Nance has got his own par 3 in his backyard. I think we talked about that on our last podcast that nobody is ever going to hear. But Phil Mickelson actually went to Jim Nance's house, and the first swing he ever swung on his Jim Nance's beautiful laid out par 3 with hazards, and it's just fantastic. You could find it online. And Phil Mickelson's first shot ever knocks it in the hole. I mean, that's awesome. How crazy. I mean, Phil Mickelson is probably next to Seve Ballesteros. I mean, who's going to be the next? I mean, you got Seve Ballesteros as the best short game guy for that generation. Phil is far beyond anybody in the short game when it comes to chipping and hitting wedges. But who's taking his spot? Like, who's the next generation guy? I don't see anybody really doing.
I don't know.
I mean, Phil used to make a living on just doing videos of just teaching people how to chip and hit shots. I don't know if you ever saw that one famous shot he does where there's a hill and he hits it and he actually hits it up over his head and behind him and it went in the hole.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just phenomenal.
I missed that.
And Phil Mickelson, they were just joking about Tiger Woods the other day was just joking about this, where he played golf with a bunch of celebrity golfers. I don't remember who it was, but they were good celebrity golfers. And he says, yeah, I shot a 63 and a 65 and I lost tons of money because he had to give all these strokes to these guys. I mean, just imagine you're Tiger Woods and you're why would you even do that in the first place? I wouldn't even want to I wouldn't even play those guys if I had to give them that many strokes, you know?
Yeah.
It's just comical. It's just absolutely comical, like what these guys put themselves through. But I really believe in my heart of hearts, I think Tiger Woods losing a couple hundred dollars here and there to a bunch of guys isn't going to break the bank for him. So, I mean, he's got Oprah money, you know?
Yeah, he does. He's got money on top of money.
He can coin the phrase, he has Tiger Woods money. Tiger Woods has Tiger Woods' money.
He does. Right.
But yeah, who else is out there? I mean, there's what's the one guy, the hockey player?
Wayne Gretzky.
Wayne Gretzky plays golf. He's not very good, but the one guy, why can't I remember his name? He played for the Blackhawks for Jeremy Roenick. He's actually a pretty good golfer.
Former President Donald Trump. He's huge. He's into golf.
Yeah, and his swing has evolved throughout the years. And you heard about the story with Grandpa, right?
No, I haven't.
So I don't know if I mentioned this. I know I told this story a million times, but Donald Trump runs a golf charity event for the Boy Scouts. And nobody ever talks about it. Like they don't even want to talk about the bad things about him, but whatever. I'm sure there's plenty of things, and there's probably a million more.
Plenty of bad.
Yeah, you could say that about myself.
Bad about everybody.
Yeah. So this one guy back in the I think late 80s, a helicopter crashed and killed some of his employees, and one of them was the head. Was his one of his really good friends, and he was the head of the Boy Scouts of America. So he ran a charity in his name every year down in Atlantic City for his foundation, for the Boy Scouts of America and all that. And Grandpa played in it. And guess who was in front of him? The foursome in front of him? Donald Trump.
No way.
Yeah, so Donald Trump's in front of him. Grandpa gets to the par 3. It's hole in one to win a car. Now, back in the 80s, cars were junk. even a Mercedes, cars were just not good cars. They had all these pollution control things on them. Everything was like they were trying to be greener than they could be, and they didn't really know what was working and what's not working. It's not like what a car does now. And what the winning car for the hole in one was like a Dodge Renault or something, some real piece of shit K car junk. Like Donald Trump wouldn't be caught dead in this car. Donald Trump puts it this close to going into the hole. And the people,
no way.
Yeah, Grandpa's like, everybody's freaking out. And he was the closest one to get. And just imagine Donald Trump, and them handing the keys to Donald Trump. Here's your Dodge K car, piece of crap that he would never run.
Would he be the one handing the keys to himself?
Well, no. I don't even know if he ran the tournament. I think he paid for it. But who knows? I mean, I'm sure he doubled, matched everybody. I mean, was in the 80s. Donald Trump everybody loved Donald Trump in the 80s. I mean, they loved him all in the 90s.
Except the USFL. Yeah, except the USFL.
Well, the Atlantic City, everybody loved him. And then they had, remember The Apprentice with Donald Trump? Do you remember that? Where he had, you're fired. I mean, that was everybody.
Yeah, I have seen clips of that.
People were killing themselves to try to get on that TV show because it was so popular. But and I got a Trump National course in not too far from where I live in Bedminster, and I actually used to live in Bedminster, and it's Trump National, fantastic course. They actually are going to have another Live Tour event there, which should be pretty cool. The only problem is it's just trying to get there. And have you ever been to one of these PGA Tour events, or I know you haven't been to a Live?
Not. We should probably go to one of these, like Oak Hill next year, or the Trump National Live Tour. Nobody's even gonna go. Nobody's gonna go.
Are you kidding me? Did you see the one that he had the last time?
No, was it a Live Tour one?
Yeah, it was Live Tour at the one in Bedminster. It's the Trump National of Bedminster.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it had it was crazy. You couldn't even drive anywhere near it because the people there was I don't even know how many. I think one day hit like 350,000 people, but I don't have that. Somebody was saying. I mean, to the point where they had to have like at certain places at high schools, you would park your car and get a bus and take like a school bus to get to and I've done that, and it's horrible, dude. It's not fun at all. Like a bunch of the way back, there's people throwing up on the bus because they're drunk, and that was just the people I was with. Hey-o. But
you mean it was just you covering up?
No, I had
your friends were covering up for you.
The funny part was I went to the PGA Championship and in Baltusrol, and I probably had a couple beers. The problem is you got to watch it, because they don't have a lot of bathrooms there. So you could be out on the sixth hole, as far away from the clubhouse. There's no bathroom. It's not like you're playing golf. You just go up to a tree and start peeing. You can't do that.
Well, you could, but just don't get caught.
Well, you can't. There's 20,000 people just standing there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some of these guys were pounding so hard.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You're looking at over there.
It's like you drink it and then you just fill it right back up. There we go. It's just a little warmer second time around. But,
oh man!
But I told because Grandpa I think went one time with Grammy to one of these things, and it really you have to be in really good shape, and really, I mean, it's a ton of walking. Mm-hmm. I don't want to discourage anybody because it is a great time, but you end up spending so much money on stuff you don't need because you just do it because you're there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We went to we had the Wanamaker Club, which was the PGA Championship, which had just passed, and that's another thing we didn't even think about talking about is all the guys on the PGA Tour were talking about beforehand. I don't know if you saw that video where it's like Rory and Justin Thomas saying, well, we're the elite players. All the elite players playing on the PGA Tour. And Brooks Koepka walks in and kicks the shit out of everybody, I guess. They're probably like, well, he should
won Oak Hill. He
just
won Oak Hill, too. He just won Oak Hill, right?
Yeah. Well, wasn't that the PGA Championship?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah, it was. That was the big one. That's a big one because it's one of the least favorite majors, but that's one of the hardest ones to win because it's the top players. Like they are just, it's just a star-studded event. Like the players rather win that more than anything else. Like, yes, they want to win the Masters. They totally want to win the US Open. And then maybe the next most prestigious one is the, I used to call it the British Open, but now they just call it the Open.
The FedEx Open? Is that what it is?
No, the British Open. The FedEx Championship's at the end of the year where you add up all the points. That gets really confusing. It's not as exciting as it should be. But yeah, I mean, we just went completely way off topic. But I mean, now I'm trying to think like what celebrity women play golf? That's probably really interesting.
Oh man,
that's a tough one. I mean, we'll have to put that down for next time because I know there's celebrity women.
Let's look them up right now. I'm on it right here.
And the thing is that.
Oh man, I don't recognize any of these people.
but you think about it, I'm like, man, it's always like guys talking about the golf, which is, I don't have a problem with. I'm a guy, but like what I guess celebrity, like if you think of a celebrity like Kim Kardashian, you think she wants to go out on a golf course? First of all,
No way.
her fingernails are about this long. She'd probably slice her fingers, her hand, and when she interlocked her pinky, she'd probably be bleeding all over the place. But like
that serves up a question. Women with like really long nails, how do they wipe?
Well,
just not.
Maybe they use a hose. Maybe
they all have a bidet.
Yeah, maybe they just hose it down. Well,
if you want to sponsor this podcast, please contact Brent at Get Back to the
Seriously, oh my goodness, yeah, that was. But yeah, no, I don't. Or maybe they take their nails off. I don't know. They leave rust on. I don't know.
They can't take them off. They're glued on.
Yeah, I don't know. That's definitely something that we're probably going to clip and leave it out for the interwebs to figure out. So, but God, yeah. I don't even. Okay, yeah. No, I was just going to say because
I just looked some up. I have no idea who any of those people were.
Like you would think, like someone like Mia Hamm was like a really good. I don't know if you remember her, but she was an amazing soccer player.
I would think my first thought would be someone who's like already an athlete, like Lindsey Vonn would be like really into golf. Like that's what she does in the spring. Like instead of because she can't ski all the time.
Yeah, and you think about it, like if the LPGA, why don't they have women celebrities come out and play and have a celebrity pro-am? I'd watch that. I actually watch a lot of LPGA. They had a nice a good tournament the other day. What's her face? The girl from that's I call her the woman, the Jordan Spieth of the Lexi Thompson.
Yeah.
It's like she's like the female version of Jordan Spieth because they were, and it's not that they were play the same kind of golf. It's just they were so dominant, and they just were so polarized. And Under Armour was it wasn't new, but it was really capitalizing on those two golfers, which was just, I mean, who wasn't wearing Under Armour when those two were winning tournaments left and right? And Jordan Spieth's been struggling ever since to get back, and then Lexi, I think, is actually injured, but she had a nice tournament this weekend. I think she finished in the top 10. This is always nice to see. And then the one girl was, what was the one girl? She finally had to, I think, retire because her wrist was just couldn't keep it up. But she was a fun golfer to watch too. So it's tough. I didn't, like, and was it the Annika Swarenstein? I'm sure I'm butchering that name. And she was an amazing golfer for a long time. She was just winning everything left and right. And she decided to have a family, and now she's just kind of getting back into golf again. Like she's showing up to these events, and I would consider her a celebrity golfer, even though she's already was a professional golfer. You know what I mean? Like, but she's a celebrity. Like she was on top of the world. Of course, I'm butchering her. Is it Anna? No, it's Annika Swarenstein. Someone's going to correct me on that one, which is okay.
Because I saw on the Golf Channel, though, they've really been pushing the college golf this year.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I
would love to get into college golf. I think college golf could honestly be like pretty good.
Yeah. Who did Ricky Fowler play for? Texas?
That's Jordan Spieth played for Texas. I know.
You're right. But
somebody big played for Oklahoma State. I think it was like Dustin Johnson, maybe.
Yeah, and Justin Thomas played for the same school that Jordan Spieth played for.
And then I know the only other one I know is Brooks Koepka. He played for Florida State, I'm pretty sure, because he couldn't get into Florida. Florida didn't offer him coming out of school. Is what the thing is. So it's not really a settle for Florida State, but he did settle for Florida State.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I mean, Boy, they kicking themselves now. But I know Ricky Fowler started a whole like multimedia company and did a whole. You can find it on YouTube but it aired on the Golf Channel first, and it
Ricky
showed.
Fowler went to Oklahoma State.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And so he filmed
Maybe
a
that's
whole
what-
year of him going and following all these Oklahoma State guys, and it shows how difficult. It's hard. You got a lot of schoolwork. You got to, and golf isn't something that you just go, oh, I haven't played in 3 months, so I'm just going to pick up the clubs and shoot 69. It doesn't work that way. Because you played the other day, and I'm sure it's hard.
I didn't shoot the best. I'm not the best golfer, to be honest. I shoot around 95, which is not that great at all. But I shot like 97. I don't get out too often. Is the problem. I got to get out more.
And the worst part, and I'm telling you, the worst part of your game, and not to expose this on, in front of millions of people that are watching our podcast right now.
The millions of people.
Actually, we did pretty well though. TikTok videos have been going up, 1,000 views on the.
Yeah, we got to get more clips out.
I know. I got to put some more. I don't know what I was thinking. But your biggest
we don't have any wealth either. But
your biggest problem with almost all golfers that are out there, when you want to go practice, you just go to a driving range and you hit the driver and you hit. You don't go to the putting green. You don't go to the chip. You know how many strokes that when I played?
I 4-putted some.
Dude,
I honestly did fantastic with my irons, though. I played so clean with my irons. The problem was I would get up and I would putt it, and I'd 3-putt. I'd 4-putt. It's my problem. I gotta listen to my own advice, and then of course I would shank a drive. Although I had some beautiful drives, I shank 2. But I have one beautiful drive, and then I shank the next 2, thinking, "Oh man, that's awesome. Maybe I can do better."
Yeah, your tee shot's not a problem. Of course, you did. The last time we did play, you did shank one, but then you correct it, and that's not your problem. Your approach shot isn't the best, but that's not the problem. Your chipping and putting is terrible. But that's
I actually did pretty well for chipping. My chipping was pretty well, honestly.
Oh, really?
My putting was awful, but my iron games was awesome.
Yeah. No, the hardest thing, even guys, even guys like Brooks Koepka even said the other day. He says, look, if I could just work on my 100 yards and in, if I can dial that in, he goes, I'll be unstoppable. And it's true. He gets that. That's the only part of his game. Like his putting is good enough. Like you don't have to be draining 25-foot putts every hole. It's not. But you can. How many? If you watched the tournament this past weekend, he was tapping in for birdie, like 4 times. How you knock it 3 inches to the cup? That's remarkable. And that's my biggest problem is my approach shots. My chipping and putting is fine. My driver's fine. But my 100 yards and in is terrible. But that's one of those ones that's really hard to practice. The chipping and putting you can practice at home. You can practice in your basement. You can practice with a ping pong ball for all I care. I don't care. And you have a pool. The best is I saw one. They have the little floating mats.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, and then you should make the loser jump in with his clothes on. My luck, I'll be the one jumping in with and not have an extra change of clothes.
Yeah, but how about we getting into the next segment now?
Oh yeah, so we are at the 24-minute mark. Just to say, so we actually I was going to say that we were told that we have to at least have our podcast over 25 minutes. So we're at 24 and 19. So we have to get it all done in the next 30 seconds. No, just
All right. Before we get into our second segment today, we're going to have an extra long episode since we've been off a very long time, and we apologize to you. So we're apologizing by giving you more time to listen to us, which is a win for us, but it's a win for you too.
Yeah.
So Brent and I are affiliate sponsors. So if you have the money, we're not asking you to give us money, but you get something in return. Is the thing. So we have links down below. We have our link trees and our website. Brent has his website. I don't have a website yet. I need to get on that. But it would be so appreciated if you could click that link. Just clicking the link means something. If you can't support us monetarily, we completely understand. Just hitting a like, a follow, subscribe, any of that helps. Free, completely free, and you can unclick it anytime you want. You can unsubscribe anytime you want.
We don't recommend it, but you can.
Yeah, you can. We don't recommend it. But we do have a Slam Master Golf YouTube channel, though, so you should go smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you've been doing really well on it.
Yeah, I've been doing pretty well. I only have shorts up right now, but I promise you there will be exclusive YouTube content coming soon that wouldn't be found nowhere else. Nowhere else. So you're gonna have to subscribe there.
Yeah, like
anything else you would like to say, Brent?
Yeah, your first couple videos on the YouTube Shorts, and I, I'm not taking credit for it, but I said, hey, repurpose your videos, and you didn't repurpose them. You used different videos. They're well over 1,000 views each, which is fantastic.
All three, and then I have a fourth one up today. So 4 days in a row. You get one a day.
That's awesome. It's like a vitamin. Yeah, it's like a multivitamin. You get one a day.
Yeah.
Got to get your dose of the Slam Master, one a day. That's it. We're going to do golf vitamins. That's it. That's where we're going to make our millions. Write it down.
This is actually the topic of our second segment today. YouTube Shorts and TikTok.
Yep.
Oh man. It's always YouTube Shorts versus TikTok.
Yep.
Which one's better? YouTube Shorts, TikTok. Is YouTube Shorts going to overtake TikTok? Who cares? You can have both.
Yeah.
You want to be a content creator? Have both. You post it here, post it there.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Work together.
Yeah, there's no reason whatsoever, because the same people that are looking at your content on TikTok are not looking at your content on YouTube Shorts. It's a totally different crowd. It's actually, YouTube has a much bigger audience due to the fact that you can actually make the YouTube Shorts videos searchable. Now, TikTok videos are not searchable on Google because, wait a minute. Google owns YouTube. Wow, shocker. So, maybe you might want to go and just experiment. You'll find that TikTok has the opportunity to really get, you could get up to 4 million views on your videos. You ain't going to get that with YouTube Shorts because there's such a really small window. You might, but don't expect it. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't expect it.
The thing is with YouTube Shorts, though, is that you're going to have a much higher floor. You're going to have basically like 500 views per YouTube Short. With TikTok, you may get 30 views of TikTok. You're not going to get 30 views of YouTube Short, though. So you're giving up a much higher ceiling, which how many people are even going to reach that ceiling anyway, for a much higher floor. So I mean, you could argue that YouTube Shorts is better for people starting out, but I would definitely just do both. Do both if you can.
And one piece of advice, if you watched and listened this long so far, do not do not say link in bio or put a link in bio, because I tested it, I tried it. YouTube Shorts, same video. I put this video out, no lie. It got 2 views, and I think one of them was me, and the other one was you.
Yeah, probably.
And I put a link in bio, and I was trying to drive traffic because the customer was telling me, put the link in bio. And I'm like, I'll try it. I take the same video, no link in bio, no description, just the title, 3,000 views in 5 hours. So it's crazy. Like, it just, YouTube doesn't want you to promote Your promotion's going to be on your bigger videos. So make an introduction video that's a little bit longer. Change the aspect ratio. This is, the 16:9 instead of the, the portrait. Do it more landscape videos for your main video, and then put your links in your about us in your description of that video. And if people want to buy anything, they will buy there. Just do not put your links and bios on your shorts. The short only about.
And don't you dare mention YouTube or TikTok on the opposite platform.
Do not. Oh my God,
that is the worst thing you can possibly do.
And you got to
YouTube video out. Just
and
point to it. Or just be like, oh, I have a new red and white channel out. You should. Maybe I have a new red and white studio out. Maybe you should.
Do not try to promote your YouTube on TikTok and vice versa. It doesn't work that way. They are in cahoots. They're not cahoots. That would means they were together. They're going together, against each other.
They are definitely against each other.
They're like major rivals right now. But the crazy part about that they are crazy rivals means you could use it to your benefit. So make sure you guys do that. Just those are the tips. Don't put any links in the description. Just build up an audience and then drive them to use the YouTube shorts to drive it to your main YouTube video that you just posted. It's a lot of work, but if you're a content creator and you enjoy golf, it's a lot of fun too. You know what I mean? And you get a little bit.
Enjoy golf. You want to do something else. That's totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit if it's Frisbee golf. I don't care if it's video games. I don't care. It's the same thing can work for all formats because I've done it. I've done, videos, video games. I've done golf. I've done
home improvements.
Yep. The home improvement channel. I already started that thing. And it's already got like 36 followers in like 3 weeks. Like it was just stupid stuff. I'm holding a drill going, and then people are like, yeah, that's cool, man. I'm in.
That's awesome.
I'm like, okay, I'll keep doing it. But yeah, that's so key, especially now. And then you can also, when you do those YouTube shorts, sign up for a Twitter account and a Reddit account. And make sure you share those to your Reddit and your TikTok. Not TikTok, your Twitter followers.
Twitter.
Yeah. TikTok's kind of like their own little thing right now. If you share outside that, they don't really do very well. So just stay within TikTok with TikTok. But with TikTok, it's pretty easy. You do your 7-second video a day. You can do a, what do they call it? Story, one story a day. Yeah. You can do it like that. Doesn't have to be that long. If you have the opportunity.
You can do it now.
Yeah, you could do it now, but I noticed less and less people are using that, so it's not really working. You have the ability to go live, do live for 30 seconds a day, and then you can do so you're doing almost basically 4 videos on TikTok a day. Because to be successful or to grow fast, you don't have to do it. You could spread it out, do all 4 of those over 4 days. It's just that TikTok wants you to use their whole platform. The live the other day, did I tell you? It was crazy. I posted something. I got a community violation because I was just trying to help somebody. And then all of a sudden I was kind of bummed out, but my friend says, oh no, just go live. You'll be fine. I go live and I got 32,000 people. 32,000, not 32, not 3,200, 32,000 people watched my live stream. And all I'm doing is sitting there putting a ball into a hole. Just mind blowing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And you're never going to get anywhere if you don't give it a try. Yes, you might not have success like 32,000 because that's the most I've ever had so far was 57,000, but 32,000 I think for my live is the second most that anybody watched. And it's hard to get 1,000 followers. I think that's where TikTok makes a lot of money because a lot of people know that once you get that 1,000 followers, you can go live. That 1,000 followers can get up to 10,000 followers really fast.
Start snowballing.
Yeah, it's a snowball. So it's almost if you have to pay for anything, I would pay it to try to get that 1,000 subscribers. that, or just make sure you reach out to a lot of people that are in the content creation of doing the same niche that you're doing. Like if it's golf or video games, reach out to somebody, ask them for advice, or ask them if you could stitch their videos, or do a duet with their videos. Like their videos, comment on their videos. They're going to probably return and feel obligated to return a favor. And it's a big, you're basically building a community. Because if you like golf, you probably want to watch golf content, right? Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
Yeah, like video games. I mean, I saw you've been putting up some serious scores on Joust.
Yeah, I'm a big Joust guy.
I know, but now does Joust tips and tricks pop up on your feeds or anything?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I don't really search it up. I just play it in my free time.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of tips and tricks to do. I actually have the Sega going on in the background here, but I don't think you could see it. It's all washed out.
Yeah, I see it a little bit. Is it the Genesis?
No, it's the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah.
And I was playing the fishing game, and and I posted a video of the fishing game, and it got like 3,000 views on TikTok. It's just, you don't know.
Yeah.
And don't give up.
Maybe we should just a thought here. Maybe we should play some golf video games together, post that on YouTube.
Yeah, that'd be kind of smart.
On TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have I even have the arcade machines that are sitting in the garage too. I should fire those things up. I mean, it's just the best thing of all of it is, if you're not having fun doing it, don't do it. That's the thing. Like golf content creation, I see a lot of guys that just they'll work on it and be like, they'll go play golf and they'll go hole by hole, and then they'll post these hole by holes, and they get like they spend 5 hours on the golf course and then 3 hours editing their golf videos, and they get like 3 likes and they quit. Because honestly, nobody wants to see you play a par 4, and get a double bogey. Nobody cares, But if you could, maybe you can help them, or do a trick shot, or tell them what you're struggling with. A lot of, or make really bad shots. People love to watch bad shots. I don't know why. Like
they love to watch fails.
Yeah,
and they love to watch highlights.
Yeah, if you're
doing anything but those two, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong on the golf course.
I mean, it's almost to a point where, people love to watch failure, and it's just one of these things. It's just one of the craziest things ever, and I don't get it. I don't like to watch failure. I don't know. Something's wrong. I'm going to restart. But but yeah, it's one of those things where if you can just, you don't have to be consistent, but you probably should stay with something like golf. Like you can have trick shots. You can even ask somebody to borrow their videos and comment on them. You know what I mean? Like just sit there and say, look at this guy's golf swing. You tell them how good it is or how bad it is. Don't act like a PGA pro, like you know what you're doing, because nobody likes that either. But if you can help somebody with something that you've learned along the way through a friend or a PGA pro, or most of the golf that I've ever learned was just me and my friends playing and reading articles and testing them. And, it's the best way to learn golf is if you can have a foursome of guys or girls, whatever. I didn't mean a gender thing. And just help each other play better, because how many times you go into these events, like you could have instead of doing these runs for sarcoma, which kind of makes no sense whatsoever, because most of the people that had sarcoma have trouble running. Like you could play golf and drive a golf cart. I don't I don't know if you want to torture yourself and walk, but that's fine. I don't find that fun.
Get those steps in.
Yeah, but some of these charity events, I mean, you can go play golf every day, every week, and you can take off the charitable donation for golf that people don't even know about that. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't know about that.
So if you go to a charity event to play golf, or you even go to a charity event, like they have these Pro-Am charity events, You can even buy a ticket as long as you have the whatever it's called, the 50 whatever 67,900 whatever there's a charity number out there. But if you go and you pay for a ticket at a charity event, you can take that and give it to your accountant, save off little credit, and that's one of the things we were talking about. If you want to play more golf, how can you make a little extra coin? Well, you could play charity events and write it off at the end of the year to your accountant. Now, you cannot write off a membership anymore. You used to be able to, but now not anymore. But which was fantastic because that's the only time I ever got to play was when I was able to write it off. But now I can't. But I'm hoping that changes someday soon. But yeah, charity golf events, totally tax deductible. I mean, it's not 100%. I probably only get like 33% of the money back, but still. I mean, look, you guys went and played what? You had a foursome the other day, right?
Yeah.
So you could take that foursome instead of going out and go on a Monday and play at a golf charity event and play a scramble. Why not? And you get food. It's and sometimes you're able to play courses that you would never be able to play. You know what I mean? Like some of the really fancy private courses.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. I mean, I played some of the courses I never thought I'd be able to play, but most of the time I played them because of these, charity golf events and me and Grandpa used to play. Well, your grandfather, my father. Used to play in all these charity events all the time. One of them, they stopped trying to invite us because we won like 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
But some of these charity events, these people are terrible golfers. They just want the money. They don't care. I mean, you charge whatever, $150 a person and they get, they coin maybe $45 a person in charitable and the rest goes to the golf course for the food and the course and the golf carts and all that stuff. So, there is a little bit of an upcharge, but dude, it's totally worth it. And it's a full 8 hours of fun. You know what I mean? You can get there early. You get a breakfast. Have you ever gone to one of these?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Oh my God, dude, you go there, it's like all you can eat breakfast. First of all, don't do don't go overboard because then you get to the first hole and you're like, oh, and you can't even play golf. But usually there's coolers of like drinks and chips at the next hole. So it's like sometimes every other hole there's a cooler of drinks and then you have a bag of chips. So you basically can keep yourself energized the whole entire time. And then you have like a ceremonial dinner and basically play either a scramble or a best ball, depending on which format. Most of the charitable ones will play a scramble. So, but I don't know. Yeah. I'm kind of running my mouth here, but what do you got? You got anything to end it up on?
I got nothing really to end it up on. How about you?
Yeah, no, I don't know, but that was so funny. We just totally turned into a third segment of talking about charitable events, but I would love to run a charitable. My wife has done it. I know it's been it's a ton of work. But it's also a really rewarding as well, because as long as you have good weather, because sometimes when there's bad weather, it's like the most miserable time in the world, But yeah, look that up and make sure and look maybe even the cures, for sarcoma or all that stuff. I mean, they have bowling, charity bowling events like that. I've done. The golf is probably the most fun. So, but anyway, guys, make sure you guys click, subscribe, check out Colin's new YouTube. You got to go to YouTube Slam Master Golf.
Slam Master Golf YouTube channel.
Just there'll be a link in the description at the end of this podcast, and sign us out there, Colin.
I'm Slam Master Golf. Right next to me, Get Back to Golf, and this is the Get Back to Golf podcast. Peace out, yo. Brent, it's still recording again.